Hello and welcome to the Philippines. If you are in the Philippines, especially the central Visayas, the Visayas area of the Philippines, uh, time to get ready. It's time to get prepared. There is a storm brewing, growing, and by all the models I've seen, it's projected to turn into a typhoon. And probably this is Sunday as I'm making this about noon, and probably will make landfall early Tuesday, possibly, but could be a Category 1, Category 2. Some are even projecting Category 3. Hopefully, it will not turn into a super typhoon, but anyway, it is going to hit the central area of the Philippines, basically, and different models have it going different places. But how are you going to prepare? You should always be prepared. And I have had, for instance, I've got a solar powered light. I've charged up the battery. I've got extra batteries for other lights. I've got several containers of drinking water, but I've ordered a couple more. Did a food run here about a week ago, so I got my cupboards and fridge and freezer full. I've got a little solar panel that I can charge electronics with, except for my laptop. That's something would like to do in the future. Um, I experienced Super Typhoon Odette December 16th, 17th of 2021. And believe me, we had electric out for a week or two. And so no aircon. We had the windows open. There was enough breeze. It wasn't quite so hot. It was bearable, just with the wind blowing through. I've got balcony and bedroom windows, and so air was coming through. And I've got a little propane butane type cooker, so we can cook. Well, with that, I've got several canisters, so I'm able to cook. So we could survive. The problem 20 plus floors up, the elevators would not be working if the electric goes out. So that means if you got to go out and up, going down is not so bad. Coming back up, exercise that wouldn't hurt me at all. But anyway, it's going to be go through in a couple of days, and we'll see. This is progressing. This is windy.com, and they've got free apps you can download onto your phones if you want to track something like this. So much information that they offer with their app. I pay for premium. I get longer forecasts, that type of thing. Anyway, let's get into some of the more details here. So jumping over to Pagasa, GovPH. Pagasa is the government agency in charge of tracking weather systems when they enter the Philippine Area of Responsibility. This red box here is the Philippine Area of Responsibility, and it includes Taiwan up here and all of the Philippines, which is in yellow, and out here. And when these storms, like this storm, cross this red line, uh, if a storm has been named out here internationally, the Philippines changes the name, and when the storm goes out the other side, it goes back to the international name versus the Filipino name. A little bit confusing, but that's what it is. And anyway, this is the satellite view here, and this is their website. You can get many different layers here. I haven't had much. I haven't had a lot of luck with these different layers here. I'm not sure if they're all active or not. Anyway, this is the big storm system. Could be another storm system out here. No doubt, there are many different models, and all of the models are saying it's going to turn into a typhoon. It starts as a tropical depression, becomes a tropical storm, severe tropical storm, typhoon. Probably will not become a super typhoon, but that's possible. We're going to look at a couple other sites here shortly, and we'll watch the tracking. And one of my favorite sites is windy.com. Windy.com is a free site for your computer. You can download the app on your phone. Free app. I pay for premium. I forget what I pay, not very much a year, 20, 30 bucks, something like that. And I get longer, like down here, I get longer forecast times. I get another other information, and I'd like to support anybody who's putting out a lot of good information. And anyway, you've got Hainan Island up here, you got Taiwan up here, and of course you can use this all over the world. Taiwan up here, China, Vietnam. You can use this, go all over the globe with this thing. You can go 2D or 3D. Uh, and anyway, watch this storm, and you can get so much more information here. Satellite, weather radar, radar plus, hurricane tracker, and let's just do that. Let's go into hurricane tracker here. And this is the hurricane, the tropical storm right now, Kalmaegi. Kalmaegi is the international name. They're going to change the name to, forgot the name that they're going to call it here in the Philippines. But let me make this a little bit bigger and see where we're going with this. Let me see if I can move this over here. And as you can see here, this is the UK model. There's many different models, and with all the information, it's been many decades since I took a couple meteorological courses in college, and they've got a lot more data and big computers to process that data, but still there is a difference of opinion in the various agencies that track this stuff. The Japanese model, the Pagasa, the Philippine model, the ECMWF and GFS and ICON, other models as well. And let's jump over to ECMWF. Now that has it tracking further down here. That has it going almost through Cebu City down here. So like I said, we December 16th, 17th of 2021, we experienced Super Typhoon Odette. And what happens? These storms come off of the cold Pacific waters, and they hit the very warm waters around the Philippines. And I've heard forecasters over the years saying, "Oh, this storm out here, don't worry about it. It's not gonna turn into anything." But it picks up strength in the warm waters, just like it does in the Gulf of America, off the coast of Mexico and the southern USA. Hits those warm waters, picks up strength, and can turn into a typhoon. You call them hurricanes back in the USA. The times here are Arizona, USA time, so about 15 hours earlier because of some software that I have that requires me to log in from that area. And there are so many factors. There's the oceans, the mountains, the wind at many different levels that affect this. The pressure, atmospheric pressure. And I heard a geologist a while back. He was talking about earthquakes, and he said the sun doesn't have any effect on earthquakes. Well, some of these scientists have blinders on, and they only believe what they've read in their college textbooks. And the sun, in fact, what is happening on the sun very directly affects all the various types of energies the sun blasts out. I will do a different video about that someday. Blast out does affect storms on Earth, does affect earthquakes, and just like pressure systems. Imagine all the pressure, all that air, and the pressure in the ocean moving around, the tides moving around. Think of all that water and the pressure it causes on various structures on Earth. And anyway, will it come south into Cebu City? We'll have to wait and see. The present forecast, they're expecting it to make landfall on the Samar Leyte area Monday night, Tuesday morning type thing. And yeah, that's, as I stated, the times on this, because I have to have my computer set to Arizona time, USA, about 15 hours earlier. Turn the clock back 15 hours. That's the times that are showing up here. So, but they're expecting it to make landfall about Monday night sometime, Tuesday morning. It's tough to tie the numbers down, the times down exactly. But the outer bands will be having some effect even this afternoon. It's after early afternoon here in Cebu, and I'm getting additional wind that I haven't had for several days. A little bit of higher breezes out on the balcony. Clouds. See where the clouds are, and we're actually relatively sunny. We've got mixed clouds, partly cloudy. Seems to be getting a little more cloudy. Rain accumulation. See what's going on there. Thunderstorms. We had some lightning and thunder here, Cebu City, where I'm at, last night, and it rained pretty hard for a while as well. But I've got several models down here too. This is a ECMWF down here, the GFS model. We can switch over to that and see where that has it going. I will take my, as it moves forward, this is Monday, and looks like they've got it going further south as well, it looks like. This is the latest information from Pagasa that I found on their site, track of and intensity forecast for Tropical Storm Tino, international name Kalmaegi, something like that. Anyway, here's your legend over here. Starts off as a low pressure system, then it becomes a tropical depression, becomes a tropical storm, becomes a severe tropical storm, typhoon, and super typhoon. And there again, this dotted box is the Philippine Area of Responsibility. Once it's got this name, Kalmaegi, out here. Once it crosses that line, the Philippines changes the name to Tino, and once it exits that dotted line, it goes back to the international name. A little bit confusing, but that's what we deal with. And anyway, we're November 2nd here. It's November 2nd about noon as I'm doing this, and here we are, and it's going to turn into it's a S tropical storm at this point in time. Tropical storm, then it turns into a severe tropical storm here, turns into a typhoon, and it is estimated by all the models that I've seen to be a Category 1, Category 2, some even pushing it to a Category 3 storm. Question is, how are you going to prepare if you're at all in the path of this storm or any other storm around the world? Yeah, how many tropical cyclones should you expect? And this is from 1948 to 1948 to 2024. This is the average, and it wasn't the same. Every year is different. Every year is different, and the tracks are different every year. So November, they start dropping off. July, August, September, October, the bigger months. November drops off. We're just entering November, and December 1, December 1 or 2, November 2 or 3. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if this is an average year or not. For those of you who are interested, this is 2023 tropical cyclone tracks. These cyclones can do all kinds of weird things. There again, this is the Philippines Area of Responsibility. This one started off out here in the Pacific, and then it veered north. Affected the Philippines here. This is the Philippines. Taiwan up here affected the Philippines with the outer bands, but never made landfall. This one here too came in here, took a. This one also came in here, and this is Samar and Leyte here, and took a kind of a sharp turn. This is the southeastern end of Luzon Island and made landfall a couple different times. Bounced in here, turned north, turned back west, northwest. This one too came in and went back out. This one hit northern Luzon and then back out the other side. So it's difficult to predict the path these things will do. Also clipped the northern end of Luzon Island. This one came into the area of responsibility of the Philippines, but Falcon, but went back out without making landfall. This one headed up, hit Taiwan. Oh, and look at this crazy one here. Super Typhoon Goring, Saulo, the international name, came in here and did a loop-de-loop and then went back northwest. Wow. You know, how do you forecast something like that? They do their best. And here's a map of the wind warnings this morning, and you've got wind warnings up. The problem with these wind warnings is they become obsolete fairly quickly as storms move across and move inland. So you got Samar and you've got Leyte down here. They will take the brunt, and the Dinagat Islands, Surigao. Surigao was hit majorly by Super Typhoon, and just so much damage down here. And hopefully they will not get too much. There's a vlogger or two down there as well. And anyway, as this storm moves in here across Bohol Island, Cebu Island here, as it moves across here, some models have it going up through this area, some further south, and even down into the Cebu City area. But regardless, the effects of the typhoon will affect a large area. Best advice: expect the worst, and or hope for the best and plan for the worst. And be prepared so that if anything, you can help others as well. Had a Filipina once tell me years ago, we Filipinos don't, even they know a storm is coming. They don't plan. We don't buy extra food. We don't really prepare very well for it. We just we just take every day as it comes. And somebody once called the Philippine the one egg society culture. That if you need one egg, you buy one egg. And I've had early on different girls who went shopping with me, and they said, "How come? Why are you buying so much? Why are you buying so much?" And it's because I don't want to come back tomorrow or the next week and have to buy the same thing over again. You know, I've got cupboards, and I want stuff in my cupboard. Anyway, let's hope for the best. And you don't need a typhoon for major damage, for flooding and destruction. But let's hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Anyway, y'all take care out there wherever you are. Safe travels, and we'll see you in the next video.